Hello everybody and welcome back to Advanced Coaster School, and today we are starting on our RMC layout. So I just while on the off time, I got rid of some of the materials from over there and I put some more wood over here so that we can do wooden supports easier, and I started planning out the layout just a little bit to make things easier on me while trying to do this layout. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so I'm just going to start by doing just a little tiny Airtime Hill, kind of like found on Steel Vengeance. Just that little pop right after the first drop. Just a little something like this to give you a little bit of airtime. And while I'm making this layout, I'm actually going to talk about something. And this video was supposed to come out last week, but I actually delayed it because someone couldn't make it to the live stream and I really wanted him to get on. So I delayed it, and then it will be happening this weekend, hopefully, yeah. So it'll be happening this weekend, and then that should be it for that. So after this, I'm going to pull it into a turnaround, so it's going to bank up, it's going to come around, and then come down this way. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of banking here. RMCs tend to be more aggressive with their layouts, so they feature more intense elements, and they're more like smushed together rather than spread out, drawn out coasters like a B&M Giga would be right there. So I'm just gonna kind of shape around this turnaround. Give myself a little bit of heart line here, like 1.8-ish, I don't know. And we're going to just make sure, oh that, yeah, that's too tall, okay. So we're gonna come around this way. And then bank around. That's actually not good at all, so I'm going to restart that. I gave myself too much room than I needed, so now I can start coming this way. How tall am I here? Okay, I think I'm good. So I'm just going to pull this around like that. And then I'm thinking I'm going to do some sort of death roll, and you're probably wondering what that is if you don't know. It's basically just a barrel roll drop, but not on the drop of the ride, it's after a turnaround or anything like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and probably do that here, and then I can go down into an Airtime Hill or two, and that can lead up into the 0G stall. Let me just check to make sure that's okay. I don't know, I feel like that's not RMC-like. Let's fix it. Always got time. I just need less turning this way because I have plenty of space that comes that way. So I just gotta have less. And then it's gotta start turning while it comes up right here. Got to start turning all the way up here. There we go. That's much better. Just turn all the way around here. And then we can come down into our drop. There we go. That's a lot more RMC, like especially when this turn, the rest of this turn is going to come in and you're going to see that barrel roll. It's going to look very, very good. Hopefully. Maybe not. I don't know. So I'm just going to, there we go. And make that drop come all the way down. Nice and smooth, just like that. Feels a little short, so I'm going to give it a test right now to make sure that it doesn't completely haul through the whole thing. Because that's around the height of that 0G stall, though it is pretty tall, so I think we're going to be good. Let's just give it a little test to make sure. Okay, it is cresting the top of the lift. And let's see how this runs. Yeah, I feel like that gets a little fast. I'm going to work something out with this turn, and I will show you in a second. Alright, so I completely reworked that turnaround and redid it completely so it goes the complete opposite way. So let's test this out and see how it works. I think this is a much nicer turnaround. Alright, there we go. So it comes down. Perfect. Alright. So I think we're good to keep going with this ride. I'm just going to pop it right up into that 0G stall, I think. So, yep. That's what's happening. So I'm debating whether... Okay, there we go. Now the lag cleared up. I'm debating whether I should... Is it still in testing? No, okay, it's closed. Alright. I'm debating whether I should have it step up into the 0G stall, like this, so flatten out, and then come up into the stall. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to have to do, because it doesn't look like it's quite... There we go. Now we can come up into the stall, I think. So I'm going to try and make this as smooth as possible. It can be a little difficult, because you do have to flip just 180, like, super quickly, so... Try and get a little bit of heart line in here. Not too much, because you don't want to make it rough. Alright, now that you've flipped in, try and align it with the beams that you created for your 0G stall. If you made a 0G stall, that is. There we go, that actually looks really nice. So I'm going to even that out, and then it can start coming down. And let's hope that doesn't go way too fast, and if it does, then we have to figure something out. Alright, there's our 0G stall. I think it looks really nice on this lift hill, so let's hope it doesn't go too fast. Let's check it out. And I wanted to say something too. I've gotten a lot of comments about the new supports and the new hyper track. Yes, obviously I am disappointed because I just built that whole Giga with that type of track when I should have been using the new Giga track because it didn't come out yet. And I don't think I'm going to redo it because you basically get the same thing and you do the same steps. But for the new supports, I wouldn't use them on the lift hill at all because those supports for the lift hill are far nicer and they're easier to... Well, they're not easier to do, but they look a lot nicer when you're actually making it. Once it's complete, then you can see it's a lot nicer. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. But that's up with the supports. I would stick to those ones for the lift hill because they just look so much nicer than the other ones. If you want me to show you, let me just do a quick little hyper. I'm just going to do something. Don't even ask. I'm just going to build something as quick as possible. So just going to do something. Okay, and let me enable the new supports. And then let me change the support color in this ride. Alright, let me show you what the supports look like. So they look like this compared to that. So I would stick to those ones, but obviously it's your choice. You can do whatever you want. Continuing with our RMC, if I can get over this Giga. It looked a little bit fast, so I'm just going to go ahead and up the friction to that, and that should fix all our problems, hopefully. I'm just going to give it one more test here. Oh, and then I'm going to disable those new supports, because they get annoying. As you can see, they just spawned in everywhere. Get rid of those. Alright. Let's see how this runs. Alright, cresting the lift and now going down the drop. Going around that turnaround nice. And let's see how this works. It's still a little bit fast, but it's not too bad, so I'm just going to stick with it. Obviously, this is just to teach you how to the general idea of how an RMC would be. So I'm not going to focus on getting it exactly perfect. Alright, so now my plan is I'm going to throw this up into a dive loop right here. And then that should come down and we can go all the way down there with all of that stuff and pop back up into the brakes. I think that should be a pretty good RMC layout, that is. As you can see how skinny this footprint is. It's a long footprint, but it's very skinny. So it can save a lot of space if you just cram something like this right against the edge. I'm going to make this taller than that 0G stall just because of how fast it was going through that. I know this is going to be taken quickly too. So I just wanted to just slow down just a little bit. And I'm going to make that completely 180. So it's completely straight and we don't have to worry about that. And we're going to come down right against the park edge. That looks really nice. Trying to leave room right against the edge so that we can get some wood on there. And then we're going to come down this way. Level it out with the ground just like that. And then I'm thinking just a big airtime hill. Just give it good airtime. I'm going to get rid of all of my heartline because heartline messes up the airtime hills. They make them look weird and blocky and yeah, you don't want that. So I'm just going to do just a decent sized airtime hill to give you some good airtime. And we're going to I'm going to keep it a block away from that park edge so we have room for the supports to look nice. Just like that. And then once it comes down here, I think I'm just going to snap it to the grid. That is too... Okay. This can come down, excuse me, and get snapped right against there. Okay. I need to fix that. So I'm just going to lock that down and then build a piece. And then I'm going to remove these few pieces and curve this slightly. It's a little hard to see this hill because there's a lot of busy stuff going on right behind us. Alright, let's link that up. Does that work? There we go. That's much better. So let's give that a test, see how that dive loop and airtime hill runs. Alright, coming on the drop, sorry, now. I'm just going to get this angle to see how it all runs. Looks very nice. Move down, flip into that dive loop, good. And over that airtime, that's really nice. I like that. This is going good. Continuing, I'm just gonna do, actually, I'll do another one of those airtime hills just to get some back-to-back airtime, kind of like Twisted Timbers vibes. Pull that up. And since I already did this, I'm trying to save some time here. I'm just going to skip over this until I'm done with this airtime hill. Alright, I got that airtime hill in. So now what I can do is I think if I do this correctly, I can have some sort of inversion that comes over this track here. Some heartline on that. Just flip it around here. There we go, that can come right over. We can turn it around here, and then we can have airtime and whatever that leads us into the brake run. I think that'll be okay. Just to fill up this whole space. Alright, so I got that turnaround in, it goes through that inversion, and then just turns around and comes down into, I'm going to do some more airtime. And I think it's about time now to prepare our brake run. So if you want to run 2 trains on this ride, which is what most RMCs run, then you're going to want 3 station segments. Okay. There we go. So that is 2. And I'm going to do 1 more. 4, 5, 6. I think all 3 of those are 6. So now if I exit, we should have 2 trains as long as all those are 6 cars. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now we have 2 trains, and then we can prepare our brake run. So I'm just gonna, normally this is it's extremely easy with that newer update, because now you can have, you can build backwards, so you could just prepare that brake run and then get it perfectly aligned exactly how you want it. So I think that's pretty good. And then we can just come down here. Do a little bit of an outer bank. And then we gotta figure out something. I think we can do, I don't know if we're gonna make that. Yeah, that's not happening. So we had less room than I thought, which is good, because then, yeah. But not as much room, so I think I'm just gonna do just a small pop of airtime. Gosh, why does that not work? Even that looks a little short, but it's okay. Let's test this out to see what happens. I'm actually going to get a ride on it this time. Let's give it a test so I can get to that front segment. Set up, and let's get a ride. Back row is the way to go. Alright, let's see what happens with this. Alright, we're at the top of the lift now, about to go into the drop. This is my first time riding it in the back, obviously. Let's see how this goes. Nice and smooth with a good speed as well. Into the 0G stall, pulling out. Very back-to-back elements, not much time to rest. Just boom, 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 crazy airtime. Fly into that last inversion, turn around, up, final 2 airtime moments, and pull into the brakes. Very good. I'm just going to make those brakes a little bit stronger so that gives it more solid stop. Like that. Alright, that is it for our RMC layout. If you did enjoy and if you did learn anything about RMCs, please let me know. This video will be, actually I don't need to tell you that because you're already going to know. Make sure to join my Discord server. The link will be in the description. I post everything about when my videos are coming out, sometimes what they're going to be, and all that stuff. So if you want to be there, I strongly encourage you to just click that link and join my Discord server because it really is a good place. And I will see you in the next, actually, the next video of this Coaster School will be a live stream. It is happening one of these days on the weekend, either Saturday or Sunday, I'm not sure yet, depending on when everyone's available. I'm going to try and get a ton of my good friends who would want to do wood with me, and it's just going to be a big live stream, and we're going to live stream until we finish all of this wood. So I hope you guys stay tuned for that, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.